Good morning, JP here. Welcome to my channel. It is Thanksgiving Eve and I am going to be doing a video with this look. I absolutely love it. It's Natasha Denona's Peak palette. I'll be using this and I'm just going to basically it's kind of going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. We're going to discuss my channel and some of the things that I'm going to be talking about on here. So if you like it, subscribe to my channel below and we will see you in a minute. I'm definitely excited to do this video for all of you. I am just starting up my channel and I want to kind of just start off talking about what this channel is going to be all about. And I really want it to be kind of a chit chat, get ready with me right now, where I'm going to talk about what I plan on doing with this channel. So I'll link everything below on all the items that I'm using. Great products, some of my favorites I'll be using today, so I might kind of talk about them as I go, but more than anything, I just want to chit chat, get ready, put on my makeup, and tell you a little bit about, what's going to be going on with this channel. So I'm just going to jump on in, and I'm going to prime my face. So, when thinking about starting my YouTube channel, what I was thinking was, everybody's doing like true crime, right? Murder mystery, you got Bailey Sarian, which I love. I'll actually link her channel down below. She actually inspired me to start doing YouTube, which, I already wanted to. It definitely was something that, I've thought of probably for the last 4 or 5 years. But just have been spending the last 4 or 5 years really thinking about like what I would want to do with my channel, like how I want to be different, stand out, and, be somewhere that people would really want to go. Because there are so many out there right now. Next, I'm going to be putting on foundation. I love this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. It's one of my favorite drugstore products. My favorite high end is the HD Ultra Protection Foundation. I love it. So anyways, I'm just going to jump right in and put that on. So anyway, back to what I was saying. As I've been thinking over the last few years on what I want to do, I've kind of came to the conclusion that this channel, obviously I'm gonna do makeup because that's my passion, but I may do some tutorials, but I'll probably do like a lot of hauls, just like my favorite products. And then if I do my makeup, I will typically talk about maybe some sort of a true crime story, but I'm thinking that my focus, I want it to be more on like innocence projects. So what really interests me are people that are in prison, that claim they're innocent, that the innocent, I forget what it's called. I think it's like the Innocence Projects. I know there's a show on Netflix called Innocence Files. So if you guys ever get a chance to check that out, I really love that show. But a lot of my research is going to be on people that are in prison for whatever reason, and they're saying that they're innocent. So that really interests me. So share your ideas down below on things that you might want to see me talk about, but I might also do like true false stories of just things I've heard over the years that maybe are urban legends, and just kind of see what people think are true, because I love what you'll learn about me as you continue to watch my channel is I absolutely love scary movies. In fact, this is my coffee mug. I actually just went to the Winchester House in San Jose. What a cool place. It wasn't as scary as I expected. And just, I'll also link that below, but there is a movie on Netflix called Winchester that really inspired me to go check it out. And now I'm like obsessed with ghost hunters that, go to all these haunted places around the world, which I want to do. I don't want to do ghost hunting, but I definitely want to go to all those places and check them out. A couple that I follow as well on YouTube, Colby and Sam. I'll link their channel down below too. Definitely obsessed with watching those guys. I could be up until like 1 in the morning just watching. And even if the stuff is not true, it is so entertaining. They're absolutely funny. And it was crazy to kind of come across one of their episodes where they take Manny MUA to a haunted house. It was pretty funny. And so I just really, really enjoy that. So it's kind of what I'm thinking. But I know my first video is going to be a true crime story based on a gentleman named Adnan Saeed, who was convicted in 2000 for killing his girlfriend in 1999. He was 17 years old. So that's going to be my first video. I was definitely intrigued by that story. there was a podcast called Sarian, and it was back in, I think it was like 2013 or 14 where it came out. And I was obsessed with it. I think I watched it in like, I don't know, or listened to it in like 5 days. Me and some of my friends from work, like on our lunch breaks, we would be obsessed and would, you know, just go crazy watching those. And I just realized I forgot to put on concealer. I just powdered myself and didn't put on my concealer. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We would listen on our breaks in the lunchroom, and we were just so fascinated because there just truly is no evidence that he killed his girlfriend. Like, they really have nothing on this guy. He was convicted based on the story of a friend of his named Jay, of Jay just basically telling the police that he did it and that he helped him hide her body. And so I'm really excited to cover that story. So I'll be uploading that probably in about a week or so. I'm still working on some research on it because that case is still going on. They're still trying to get an appeal for him. He's actually still in prison, and he went in 2000, and it's now 2021. So he's been in prison for 21 years, almost 22 years, because it was in, well, let's see, his trial probably wasn't until June. Don't quote me on that though, I have to check. But, you know, he's still in prison and claiming his innocence. And quite frankly, it's my opinion that he is, just based on the evidence that I've seen. However, you can, you know, feel free to share your own opinion, which I would love for you to do when I do that video. So wait to share your opinion on that. You can share with me that you're excited to hear about it. That's fine, but I don't want to know your opinion until I actually finish covering the case. So right now I'm actually going to be contouring with the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm face palette. I actually bought this maybe like a month ago. I really, really love it. Now, the whole palette, it doesn't really, I mean, I love the colors, but I don't really use the whole thing just because it doesn't really match my skin tone. The blush topper and the highlighter just doesn't really show up much on me. So I just don't use it very often, but I do use the bronzers for contouring, which I love so much. I use the light one to contour my nose, which is what I'm gonna do now. And then I use the dark one to contour my, my cheeks. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking that I want to do, you know, on my channel. I also love to cook, so I've thought about, I might start a vlogging channel where I'll do stuff like that. But I'm not quite sure yet. So share with me what your ideas are and what you want me to cover. But more than anything, I'm looking for my contour brush. Here it is. More than anything, I just really want to focus on innocence projects. I'm so intrigued by them. So anyway, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Anybody doing anything exciting? Having family in town or anything like that? Love to hear about it. I actually, I'm kind of bummed out. It's the first, well, not the first year. I think last year we didn't have all of our kids over either. But it's like the first year that it's probably just mostly going to be me and my husband. Our youngest son is an EMT. So of course 911 never stops. So he has to work on Thanksgiving, every Thanksgiving. He'll never have Thanksgiving off unless, you know, over the years as he gets seniority, he does work for a union. And so it might take time, but for now he's never gonna have Thanksgiving off. And then our daughter just got married. Our youngest daughter got married this year, and her husband is in the hospitality industry, so he works. And then our oldest son is actually here from Seattle, but my mom is having surgery, so he's gonna go with her on Thanksgiving. And then our oldest daughter and her family are, and our grandkids are kind of doing their own thing. So yeah, so it's just gonna be probably me and my husband. We might go catch a movie. I'm thinking I wanna see either House of Gucci, or we saw 007 a few weeks back and it was so good, so I wouldn't mind seeing that again. But I want to share this hack that I'm doing right now. I don't know if you guys have seen it on TikTok. It's all over TikTok, but you actually put some glue on your eyebrow brush, And I love to do that. I'm actually going to use my mirror to do that because I could just see better than in my camera. But it works really well. I am a white girl with no eyebrows, okay? I mean, look at these eyebrows. They are thin as can be. And this eyebrow has like a empty space right here. It's like really annoying. I don't know if you can see it, but it drives me crazy. So actually using this hack with this glue and brushing up my eyebrows makes them look a little bit fuller. So I'm obsessed with this. I don't know who started this on TikTok, but whoever did it, you're a miracle worker. So let's see what else. So like I was mentioning earlier, I'm really, really obsessed with haunted places. And so I created, maybe a few months back, I did a bucket list of things like I want to do or places I want to go. And so, you know, I made a list of 300 places. And so I've already hit some of them. I went to New York City, which, wow, I mean, it's probably, and I've been on a lot of vacations and I've gone to a lot of places, like tropical is kind of my favorite. And so I've been to like the Dominican, I've been to Jamaica, obviously all the places in Mexico, Cozumel, been to Belize, Cancun, Cabo, but nothing compares to New York. It is just a whole nother level in New York. So I've already gone there. Another place I wanted to go was to Seattle. I love Grey's Anatomy, so I'm fascinated with Seattle. And then I wanted to go to the Winchester House, which I just did in San Francisco. Spent a weekend up in San Francisco. It was so much fun. But I'm going to warn you, if you go on vacation in San Francisco, you have to be vaccinated to do anything. So if you're not vaccinated, you're going to be absolutely bored out of your mind. All right, so next I'm going to put on highlighter. My favorite highlighter, actually, all right, yeah, I did take it out. Drugstore is Wet n Wild. It's about getting old. You start to go blind. Oh, there it is. I'm so lit. It's actually my favorite highlighter. It really looks really good on my skin. It shows up really well. So I'm gonna be putting that on now. So anyways, next on my list of haunted places that I want to go to is the Stanley House in Colorado. If you haven't heard of the Stanley House, basically it is a haunted hotel in Colorado that really sparked Stephen King's interest in, you know, the book The Shining that he wrote. So he actually went there with his family on vacation, and supposedly one night when he was in bed, he woke up to noise, and so he walked out of his hotel room and saw, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but if you saw the movie, there's a scene where there's two twins at the end of the hallway that are just kind of standing there and really creepily staring. He actually saw that, and so he believed the hotel was haunted, and so it prompted him to write that story. So definitely interested in that. I'm very excited to go there. I actually have family in Colorado, so it's going to be perfect. We go visit them and then check it out. My husband's pretty leery. He's not into scary stuff, but my boys obsessed like me. So I don't know, maybe I'll vlog that. Okay, next I'm going to jump right into my eyeshadow. So I'm using the Natasha Denona Peak palette. So I really love it more in the summer, but right now I live in California, and so it's hot and it feels like summer, and so I'm going to go there today. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking is the next place I want to go. I'm also really fascinated with the Conjuring house, the true Conjuring house that was that the movie was based off of. And I actually just watched Colby and Sam do, they actually had two videos, one where they went there with their friend Amanda, who is a psychic, and then they went back a few weeks later because they had told all of their followers, like, look, if we can get 500, I think it was 500, it could have been, or it could have been 200,000 likes, that they would go back and stay there alone. And so I watched those and I was like terrified. Like, I already was scared by the movie, but that was just like a whole nother level. So that place interests me. And I guess supposedly one of my coworkers, I was telling her about it. She had told me that she went online to look, and they actually do allow for you to stay the night there. So obviously you got to pay. It's probably super, super expensive, would be my guess, but I don't know. I might have to check it out. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get anybody to go with me. I think that's going to be the kicker. So it should be interesting to find out. I think I could get my boys to go, but I just think it would be more fun with like a bigger group of people. Just because, and now I'm going to blend this out, just because I think, you know, it's obviously going to be super scary. So if we experience anything, it would be great to just have a big group of people. So maybe it won't be as scary. So I'm kind of thinking about that. I don't know, share your ideas below. I'll go wherever you guys want me to go. And, you know, I mean, I'm at a point where like I can travel. You know, I'm pretty set in my career. I do this for fun, so this is not like my full-time job or anything. I actually work in staffing. So, you know, it's a very lucrative industry. I love it so much. I've been doing it for 15 years. So, you know, but the good thing is I work from home. And so I really could work anywhere. Well, not yet, but, you know, hopefully in the future it's heading in that direction. And so, you know, I think that, you know, it'd be fun to just kind of travel, maybe vlog my travels, or I don't know, maybe eventually I will do ghost hunting. It interests me, so maybe. Okay, now I'm just going to put a little shimmer on the inner lid. So yeah, I'm definitely really, really excited about finally getting my channel going. I think it's going to be a lot of fun because it's just fun for me. Like, and it's funny, you'll see it. You may not see it today yet, but you will see it over time, I promise. All right, so I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do with my eyes. I think I'm going to just highlight my brow bone and just put on some lashes, and I think we'll call it a day. So I'm really, really excited about talking about the case of Anastasia because I listened to it, like I said, back in 2014. So it's been a while. So obviously as I'm researching it, I started to listen again. And, you know, new things have really kind of popped up in my mind, you know, about the case. Like just, I don't know, you know, sometimes it's like watching a movie. You know, you watch it a few times and you get more each time you watch it. I definitely feel like that's what's happening right now. I'm getting a lot more insight into the case. But I don't know. I feel like, you know, if he is innocent, like how sad. He's been in prison a long, long time. Since he was 17 years old, he was convicted as an adult. So, you know, that would be terrible if, you know, he truly is innocent. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he's not. You know, it's very possible that he is guilty and that, you know, the jury did the best that they could, you know, with the information that they had. But he's definitely still trying to, you know, appeal his case. Looks like I made it a little bit thicker on this end. I think the last appeal he thought he was going to be able to go to trial was in 2019, and then they overturned it. So it's just really, really sad. But anyway, I don't know if any of you remember, there was a movie, gosh, I don't remember what year it was. It was probably, I am messing up on my eyeliner here. I'm making it too thick, but you know what? With eyeliner, you can always fix it. There was a movie with Denzel Washington. It was called The Hurricane. That movie was so good. It was a true story about a man who, he was a boxer, and he went to prison for murdering somebody, and he was innocent. So obviously, years later, he gets out, but it's a movie about this kid who becomes his pen pal while he's in prison, and he starts to believe that the guy's innocent. So he becomes an attorney just to get him out. It's actually kind of cool. And that's what the movie's about, so you should definitely check it out. But ever since that movie, that's when I started to get, you know, really fascinated by, you know, people who are in prison that, you know, are claiming that they're innocent, or even people that have gotten out because they were innocent. And the Innocence Projects had, you know, figured it out, and there was new DNA testing, and they were able to get them out. So, you know, I really, really enjoy watching that stuff, you know, because I just try to imagine, like, could you imagine like going to prison for something that you didn't do? Like, I just couldn't. I don't know. I just feel like they need people to advocate for them. But then it's like hard to know, like, are they truly innocent? You know, do we believe them? So I really think it's great that there's a group of people out there that try to figure out, you know, are these people innocent? And if they feel that they are, that they try to help them and be their advocate. All right, so lastly, sort of wrapping this up, I want to know, did any of you watch the 2020 episode with Dan Sawyer last Friday about the Turpin sisters? That was the family in Paris, California, where the parents had been locking away their kids. I think the oldest was 29 years old when they were rescued, and this 17-year-old sister actually escaped and called the police. It was such a fascinating story as well, but it was so sad. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll put the link below to that 2020 episode. I was blown away. I mean, they say it was the worst child abuse case in California. Just crazy. All right, so I'm gonna do my lips. I'm using the NYX Cold Brew. Love this color. It's like a coffee color. So I was gonna do eyelashes, but I think because today I'm actually working, so I don't know, I don't feel the need for lashes today. Plus, as you can see, I do have really long lashes, which I'm grateful for. But anyway, that story was so sad, and it's just crazy to think that, you know, since they gotten out of that situation, some of them are in a similar situation, just not with their parents anymore. So it's just really, really crazy. All right, and then now I finish it up with some e.l.f. What is this? Warm verbena. Oh my gosh. See, that's what happens when you get older. Warm verbena. I don't know if that's the color. I think it's just warm verbena. It has like a weird other name on the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and like it and share it. I definitely, I'm just getting started, so I would be very grateful if you enjoyed this video that you pass it on. I'm looking forward to my first video where we'll discuss the case of Adnan Syed. So it's going to be probably a 4-part series because it's a very, very long case, and I just don't want to miss anything. So I want to make sure I cover everything. So be prepared for that. And then lastly, I'm going to finish up with my Morphe setting mist. So remember how earlier I mentioned that New York is like my favorite place? As you can see, this is actually my filming room in my office, and I have the picture of the Brooklyn Bridge, which I'm obsessed with. And then you can probably see in the background I have all the pictures of my family, my grandkids, and everybody that I hold dearly in my heart. So again, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. And this is the final look. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.